Hey everybody, Courtney here today to talk to you about simple living when it doesn't feel like it's working out or when things go awry and your simple living plans aren't working out, especially here at the holidays. I just came back from the grocery store and it was to the point I wasn't even looking at the prices of things. I know better than to shop end caps in the center display aisles, but I needed like walnuts and there they were, because it was so crowded. So sometimes our best laid efforts just don't work and we have to pivot. And if we're so perfectionistic, then it's really easy to want to give up. And I'm coming at you with this may be a little raw because I want to talk to you about where I am in my life and some things that have just been really tough in the past month, and one of the reasons I've been gone. And I don't know if you can tell by looking at me on video, but my health, I'm not doing real well. And so that's the first thing I want to talk about. Sometimes we get ill. It could be a chronic thing or it could be just a temporary thing, but it causes a setback. And it may be that it causes us to miss work. It may be that it creates a financial burden. It may be that it keeps us from being with the ones we love. There's all kinds of illnesses, but I'll give you an example. So I don't want to get too deep into this, but when I was in my 20s, I caught a virus and it set off an autoimmune illness that I've had for 30 years. And I had been in remission for a really long time. And in the past 2 years, if you followed me, you know, I've been really sick. I've been sick a lot. And I'm like this, I'm up and down all the time. So if I catch a cold or I get, if I get in contact with anybody with a cold or anything like that, I get really sick, like rashes all over my body, aches and pains, extreme fatigue, shortness of breath. So I have a condition called Sjogren's. I always mess it up, Sjogren's syndrome. And it really is, I have a real severe case of it and rheumatoid arthritis, except I have the kind that it makes my joints hurt, but they don't yet swell. So I have been put on immunosuppressants and I have been home, and my husband has gotten sick again. And he's been very sick. We've been isolating from each other on opposite ends of the house. And right here at the holidays, it's made it really hard for us to do the holiday plans that we wanted to have. And we've had to constantly pivot. We don't know from day to day how things are gonna go. So that's been tough. And sometimes life just throws you curveballs. It could be, your car breaks down. But at any rate, what I have learned to focus on, and my takeaway from this is I have been focusing on what I can do instead of what I can't do. And so what I have been able to do is every day, I've been able to do some light cleaning for like 30 minutes. And I mean, very light cleaning. I've been able to do 15 to 20 minutes of gentle yoga every day and 5 to 10 minutes of meditation every day. In the past 3 days, finally, this started back around Thanksgiving and it's Christmas this weekend. I have been able to get out and run one errand per day, one or two. And I can only be gone for about a couple of hours, but I've been trying to focus on what I can do, because I know there are people out there that are in a lot worse situation than me. And that's what I just keep telling myself, like, it could be worse. Be grateful for what you can do. Number 2 is we've had some situations with our business and some bookkeeping. And despite our best efforts in hiring an accountant, we got a tax bill. It wasn't a lot. It was like $255. But I was like, what is this? Because we paid all of our taxes, we pay quarterly, we pay, a big bill. We own a business, so we have an accountant do our payroll. So I don't know what happened, but I'm having to tell myself that, you know what, this is a solvable problem and it's Christmas week and nobody's working and it will be okay. I know if y'all can hear my dog, he's snoring right behind me, that it will be okay. We can fix this problem. We have the money put away for taxes and it will work itself out. It doesn't need to ruin my holiday. So telling yourself that things are solvable, these problems are figure outable, and it doesn't have to happen right now. The next one is we've been spending a lot more than I wanted to spend this holiday season. And because I haven't felt good and I've had such limited energy, and because I haven't wanted to be around people and get sick when I have had to go to the store, I have been very careful to go at times when it's less busy, which is almost no time right now at the holiday. But what I've been doing is, like, if I see a bunch of people down an aisle, I just don't go down that aisle. So it's taking me a lot longer, which is causing me to take longer at the store to maybe get something, like I said, that's on an end cap. I haven't been able to be as slow in the store, taking my time. I did go with a list, but yesterday or 2 days ago, I was checking out and I went to get the last of our Christmas presents because I hadn't been able to get them all. And I started shopping back in October, but I've been ill since November. And I just was checking out and they rang it up and it was $265, I think. Maybe 91, I can't remember. And I remember I was like, ugh, sticker shock. And mind you, I've already gotten almost everything. That was just the end of it. And I just thought to myself, you know what? You have it. Be grateful that you have it, because there were so many years I didn't have it. There were so many years I had to pinch pennies and I had so much guilt because I couldn't do very much. And even though we're, working towards retirement, I thought, you know what? My parents are getting older. They won't be here forever. If I spend a little extra money on them, so be it. We'll be okay. I will deal with this problem when I have to deal with it. But right now, it's okay. We have it to spend. We're not going to be hurt because we have it. It's okay. I switched my mindset to being grateful that we had the money to spend. Now, I know all of you watching out there, you might not. And so I have a friend right now that's not able to. And she said, well, there's also some freedom and it makes it a lot easier and more enjoyable when you just know you can't buy anything. So she can't afford to buy any presents this year. And I think she was able to get her son one $25 gift. He is grown, so he'll be fine. But, sometimes you just have to say, this is what I can do. And that's okay too. So I've been in both places and I'm trying to find the good in where I am now. The next one was I had to cancel plans. I was the host for the big Christmas celebration and my son is flying in right now. As a matter of fact, one of the reasons I decided to do this video is because his plane was delayed 2 hours and all the things that happened, and I was the one that was supposed to pick him up. So this has been hard, and this may sound like a little whiny baby, but like I got him tickets to come home and I wanted to go pick him up and I wanted to go take him to dinner and I was just looking forward to it. I haven't seen him since it's been 8 months, and he's 26, he'll be 27 soon. And it just was like, I was so looking forward to it. And my ex-husband had to go do it. And there was a little twinge of, I don't know if it was jealousy. It's just, I wanted to be the one doing it. And that I, put out the effort to bring him home and all of that, and I couldn't. So what I've had to do is to learn to be more in the moment and to go with the flow, because, now my cat's gonna, oh my gosh, these animals, y'all. I live on this farm with all these rescued animals, and it's almost like having kids again. But to learn to go with the moment, to go with the flow, and to know that, like, I probably won't even remember this in a few years. I might, but it'll make me more thankful when I do get to take him. Hopefully I'll get to take him back to the airport. Just to learn that sometimes we have to pivot, and we have to make plans and have a life and know that we can pivot if we need to pivot. And so that's where I am with that. The last one was expectations. So, when I canceled plans, a few of my family members did not take it very well. And I basically called everyone and said, like, it's 5 days before Christmas. You need to figure out what you're going to do because I can't host it. So I want to let you know in time so you can go, if you need to go buy food or make plans at home, like, do that. I'm not well enough. I don't have the strength to cook for 20 people right now. And I don't know that my husband's going to be well enough to have people over. So just go ahead and make plans. And I had, one family member that was like, well, let's do this, let's do that. What if I did this? What if I did that? And I just really needed to hear, like, it's okay, Courtney. I know you're sick. Don't worry. We'll figure it out. You take care of yourself. And it was really hard. And I ended up having to say, I'm going to hang the phone up now. And that was really hard. But, I just had to tell myself, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. And there are a lot of people out there on the holiday alone. There are a lot of people who don't have a home, who don't have, all the things that they need, much less they want. And so I have a friend right now whose spouse has a very serious illness. I think it could be terminal. And that person is in the hospital. And so sometimes we just have to keep our perspective and find the good. Sometimes our simple plans of spending less money, being able to run errands, being able to have the family gathering on a budget, being able to manage the Christmas party on a budget or keep it simple, sometimes it just doesn't work out. And sometimes life is messy. But if we can find the good, in that, and I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to make the best of it. In a week from now or 2 weeks from now, everyone will be back to their jobs and their school. And, hopefully life will just be going as it normally does. And we'll be grateful for the mundane and the monotony and the, every day that we have to live. I don't know about you, but once Christmas is over, and I am really enjoying like watching Christmas movies and reading books and listening to Christmas music and having a cup of tea every night after dinner. But once this is over, I always enjoy the kind of quiet and calm after Christmas, the kind of cleaning everything out, going on the no buy or low spend, which I always do, at least for January, usually for a couple of months. I always really enjoy that. And so I'm looking forward to that. So have something to look forward to. And just know that, this too shall pass and things will get better, and find the joy and find something to be thankful for in every day, because this is our journey called life, and it's right now. It's not something we're striving for. It is today. So how we handle it today matters. Thank you for being here. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Appreciate you. Bye-bye.